Hey everyone, and welcome to RaiseWithEdgeGames.org. This is Spirit Animal Survival. We are doing a stream of the latest patch. Now this patch introduced, I just tried a minute ago, and obviously OBS was not kind, nor were my dogs. So what they've done, they've reduced costs of resources by 50%. So building is going to be a lot easier. They've also increased tree harvesting, 100 tiles, camera view reflecting your character height, and one of the nicest changes that I like, aside from the building, because I'm a builder, is that you can now use the Whisper Flute, which is an item that you can craft to tame flying animals. So that's huge. Now, I did lose my Scorpion Spirit form in the patch. That's not a big deal because I know exactly where to go back and get it. But we're going to do some building. OBS seems to have calmed down. I don't have 100% CPU. Sometimes that happens. I start a stream and my CPU will shoot like straight up, which is kind of funny because I don't even use the CPU. I use the NVIDIA codec. So we'll check some things out. We're going to do some building. Now everything else seems to be there. A lot of bug fixes, folks. A lot of bug fixes. Storage, I think the dev seems to think they've got a complete grip on the disappearing items, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and knock us down a few trees. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the crafting, specifically in the building. Now, you know, I'm doing everything in my construction as a plank. My wife is doing cement and block. So yeah, six planks. That's half of what it costs. So let's farm out a few trees. Looks like they've reduced hay a little bit. I'd like to hopefully see a little bit more. We get an awful lot of straw. We're gonna pop all these trees down. We're gonna go work on our house. We haven't worked on that in quite a while. Matter of fact, the last two streams we have shot pieces out, which left a few holes in my beautiful little hut. Now I am building on the beach where nothing had been spawning, so let's hope nothing spawns here now. Okay, so far so good. Let's see what we got. A lot of hay. Alright, so we got 9 logs. A lot of stone. Now, I don't know if you caught the last episode, but I did go to the werewolf dungeon. And now the winter encounter boss, the island that I was actually looking for with the big city that I didn't find, well, the boss is there. So I think the next time we cover this, we're going to do that. What is that crawling around my plate? Look at that. We got new spawns. What is that? Did you see that? I saw something just crawled there that has never been there before. Looked like a ferret. I don't know. I'll go find out in a minute. So we'll knock a few of these trees out. So any instability issues I have, I blame OBS. Because when I've played, I rarely crash in this game. Rare. I mean, it's super rare. Alright, so we're gonna head up here. Knock a few trees out. Alright, let's check out these plank costs now. Now that's going to be under other. You can see right here. So now it's 2 logs per plank. And I've got 30 logs. So let's check this out. Let's go ahead and max that out. Let's make some planks. Oh, back off one. Alright, so 15 planks. Now while that's doing that, obviously I don't have to babysit that. So let's look at a plank wall. Oh, just wanted to hover it. So it requires 6 plank and 6 metal. I've got plenty of metal. So now as I'm doing all this, I'm gaining experience. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's the quickest way. I found making like stone axes, if you really want to grind your experience up. Alright, so I'm going to throw some things in here just for my sake later. Get a spear. And it never fails. It always starts to get dark right when I want to, right when I start. Luckily, I'm quite loaded up. Alright, so my loot's still there. I don't know if that'll stack on there. Yeah, it does. Nice. Now, I don't know. Maybe it was the bag rolling and I thought it was a ferret. That would be me. Oh, look, a bunny. No, it's a loot bag. Alright, so we did knock out that wall. I believe it was a window wall. So we'll replace that. Now I've been working on, so I'm going to expand out the back. Eventually I'm going to tear out that wall and go all the way to the end. So we need to go to the 2nd floor. Let's take a hop up here. It's pretty lighted here. I've got quite a few lights. So even in pitch of darkness, it's pretty decent. I've got my poop stool there. I do need to plant that at some point. I don't know though, where would you want to be doing that in a sanitary fashion? It could pollute the fish. Alright, we'll build that right there. Now I don't know if you know it or not, you can use, right now you can use the arrow keys. Soon you'll be able to rotate in any direction. I've mentioned that quite a few times. And you can use your mouse up and down to position an item. Let me get away from that water fountain because it's distracting. Alright, there we go. So now when I nature calls, it'll just roll down into the water and out to sea. Bio-recyclable. That's what I'm all about. Alright, let's head up here. So I've got torches. These standing torches are really nice in the corners of your house. If you really want to get some nice ambient light at night. So let's go to our first wall. Now, how did I get 2 in there? Now I would not go in my own house. We'll have to fix that. Alright, let's go to a window. Pop that right in. And we need to fix that corner. So let's go to one of our corner pieces. Those are stone. We don't want those. Go right there. There we go. Oh, nope. Need some more planks and logs. Alright, so we got 11 planks. It's logs that we're missing because we burned them all up. Alright, we'll head back up. I'm not afraid of the dark, so we'll just go farm some trees in the moonlight. Alright, let's grab that axe. Got several streams going on in this game. I actually want to give a shout out. Scrolling back here, I'm gonna put a link in there for a channel. I really appreciate. I think it's Shiakoya. That's where the devs are. But I'm gonna pop that in there for you. Check her out. She's over on YouTube. And she's showing off the game, I think for the first time. Which is pretty cool. I like when new streamers pick up the game, and we had Cage848. That was really cool of him to stream the game. Alright. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a nice moonlight, so we can just keep on working. Alright, how are we doing here? Alright, at some point I'm probably gonna need to get some metal. Alright, we're up to 26 logs already. Not too shabby. Let's make another axe real quick. Just so we have extra. There we go. We don't need to wait on it. We'll just let it go. But the building reduction cost was something that I really was looking forward to, because I love to build. My wife loves to build. I think what we're going to do at this point, we're actually going to go out on one of the public servers that are currently being hosted by the developers. And I think we're going to go ahead and put up a server of our own out there and build together. So we'll probably do some work out there together, so you can see just the skills in her building. Oh, it's kind of dark over here. I know over that peak is T-Rex, so we won't be going too far. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and turn all this into planks. Let's see here. Other plank. And that should allow us to do quite a bit. Did our axe get finished? It did. Alright, let's go ahead and pop that down there. Now the repair does work. I just like honestly making them because I get more experience. Oh, this game's running so much smoother. It's really nice. I'm getting right now about 70 frames a second while I'm streaming, which is really nice. Even at 35 when I was streaming before, I mean, it was still very fluid. And this sun's coming up, so it doesn't take very long. Hit the tree, dummy. Now over here, I've got a node. I've marked it with a standing torch. So we'll go ahead and hit that. I think I have a pickaxe. No, I don't. I probably threw it in a chest somewhere. Tools. Alright, so we'll wait for that. While we're waiting for that, we'll hit a few more trees. Really been looking forward to just showing off some crafting, building. There are so many aesthetic pieces in the game as well too that are functioning. Prefab houses, buildings, pins, you name it. That scorpion form's pretty cool. If you didn't see the video, go check it out. I was running around as a scorpion. Alright, so let's just throw that out. We got our pick now. Our first axe is about dead. Hit 5. I gotta make sure none of my hotkeys are mapped to OBS keys. I'll be in trouble. I've made that mistake before. Alright, here we go. Oh, nice. Some silver. A lot of stone. Hoping for metal, but I'll take what I can get. I'll show you over the peak here. I don't know where he went. Usually he's right down there. You know, the minute I go down there and try to ninja that rock. Oh, there he is. I told you. Yep. He was just waiting for me to come down there. Nope, been there, done that. I tend not to make the same mistake twice. So let's take our handy little dragon. That's some of the aesthetic I was talking about. That's a pin. I'm going to use that for some of the tame creatures once I get. I'd like to fill it up with some cattle. Get some milk. Because they're going to be adding a lot of recipes for cooking. I mean, just a ton of stuff coming to this game. Oh, gotta get my cotton. Sorry. I'm like ADHD. I see color, I run. Alright, there we go. Now I got my cotton. I feel better, yes. Hey, Grumpy. Good to see you, buddy. Alright, so let's see. We've got that piece of the house done. Let's put a few more. Now that noise is basically me coming up on my tribe. If you haven't seen that before, it's this icon right here. So I did create a tribe that allows my tribe and myself to respawn back here instead of the default spawn point. And then below it, to try to cover it up, I put a little hatchery. Eventually I'll be able to make babies. And it's a fire pit for cooking fish. Alright, so let's make some more platforms. We should have, we got 19 logs and 28 planks. So let's put some more bases down here. There they are, foundations. They should just snap right in. It's easier to actually build from the top, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop that wall out. Which basically means I'm going to completely destroy this whole thing. Because it just feels tight in this space. So to get rid of stuff for me, I just use the assault rifle. Pop them right out. Quite easy. Alright, there we go. Now let's go to our platforms. And see how easy it just snaps right in. There we go, 2. I've never been able to do that in just that short a time. Alright, so now we're out. What do we... Let's see what we're short on. Just logs. So literally, this is going to double the speed I can build at, which is exactly what I wanted. So big kudo to the devs, man. You guys are awesome. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, the other place I go farm trees is over here. Not too far from the base, especially if you have a mount. Is that a rock? Nope. Now, when you're on a mount, just to reiterate, I know I cover stuff, I tend to repeat myself in videos because people tend to forget. When you're flying, if you're in a flying animation, you can't dismount. So right now I can't dismount, but if I go down to the ground and I'm walking, I just basically hit that minus key or whatever the mount is actually mapped to on the second bar, and you'll dismount. Pretty simple. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get some more lumber here. Pay attention to my food. I find right now these tropical jelly juice, their pears, are probably the best. Oh, hey, come back! Yes, you do drop items. Alright. Are probably the best for hunger and thirst. As you can see, they're pretty equally distributed. And actually, Grumpy Old Gamer, he does a lot of reviews of indie games. Love him to death. Known him since I started. And we host each other's channels. So it's always a privilege to have friends on Twitch and friends on YouTube. Alright, we just destroyed that axe. Not a problem, we got another one. Alright, let's see where we're at here. See, we're still good on planks. Still got 20 left. I could literally just gather a bunch of logs and go to town. Now, I don't know if it's random, but there's a specific tree that always seems to give me the most logs. Now, I cut them all down, but when I see it, I'll tell you. It looks almost like a birch tree. It's got a white and black outline. I don't know if it's just random dumb luck, but I always seem to get a lot of logs off those trees. And a lot of good food off of those trees. Sometimes pine trees too. So we're going to get a fair amount of logs here because I want to build quite a few pieces. Now the cotton you can use to make, which does require lumber, but you can make the cloth for clothing. But it does, and also cloth for some other items as well. Let's see, your armor. Oh, wow. That is a lumber gold mine. It must be just random luck. Waving leaves are nice too. They're good for taming. They're also good for recipes. And armor. The second tier armor is actually made. Let's see. Let's go to, I think it's under other, the jungle silk right there. So through lots of playing, I've really gotten to know this game. Both exploring, which I've done a lot of, and the crafting aspect of it, with a lot of help along the way. The folks in the chat have been just fantastic. Mr. Soundwaves has been really good with his video tutorial series. At some point, he's probably going to have to update it. Because everything's going to change. That'll give him something to do. But you can actually click on the main menu when you load up the game, where it says tutorials. Those are all his videos. And he's always one to jump into my my videos and point out all the mistakes and faults I've made. Which I do appreciate, by the way. Oh, get the tree. Alright. Where are we at now? 105. I think that's pretty good. Let's make a few planks out of that. Not all of them, but a few. Let's bump that up to like 20. Seems like a good number. And that leaves us 65. Pretty happy with that. And to come to think of it, this would be a nice open area as well. Down here to build, if you want to build like a huge fort. I wish I had a map to show you exactly where I am, but I'm not too far from the spawn point. Pretty central to the center of the map. Just being greedy, grabbing just a few more logs. I think we're good here. Head on back. Yeah, we're gonna have to make another axe. Because as you can tell, I'm only gonna be able to do so much with the little bit of real estate I have here. I call this my fishing cabin. Oh, walking animation. There we go. Alright, so let's head up to our... because what I'm going to do, I'm going to tear that chest out so that I got room in here. Because there is a forge. Eventually you're going to need all these items. Like the forge. You know, like right now I have no room for storage sheds and things like that. But I want to start doing some decoration as my level goes up. So I'm... what level? I'm up to 16. 50 is, I think, the cap. I want to start building more of these items. Kind of make the house look lived in. Alright, so we need some more floor pieces. Let's go to building. We're going to go one more. Oh, wrong one. That's for like a second floor, which I'll be adding. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Let's see here. Snap that in there. So that gives us 2 by 2. I don't want to go out another one there. So I could actually I could tear that stairwell out, close that up, and make this a single floor up to a second floor. And really make some room out here. I don't know. We'll decide that later. So for the back wall, I think I'm going to put some windows in here so I can watch the babies hatch. I know, I'm silly. Alright, where's my window? There we go. Let's put a couple window pieces in here. Look at that. 4 pieces, 1 trip. Do we want a back door? It's a good question. 5 pieces. 6 pieces. That's crazy. Building is, I mean, this is insane. You know how many runs I would have had to make to do that before? That's just nuts. Alright, let's just go ahead with the roof here. For now, just for demonstration's sake. Now we'll go with a plank roof. That's gonna look interesting with that there. But we're gonna do it. Alright, yep, we ran out. That's pretty good though. I mean, for one trip that took what, 10 minutes? Let's see what that looks like from the back. Have to get a dock out here. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty good. So what's nice is if you stay consistent, the walls really line up nice, or the roof lines up really nice. So that's my storage area. I screwed up. I have to build that again. Went right through the wall. So this patch literally just came out today. 2 days of super hard work from the developers. And you know, it's just 3. Alright, we're gonna need an axe. And let's burn this one up while we're here. I didn't see what we ran out of. Oh, we ran out of planks. That's a first. Alright. So let's load up on planks and we'll collect logs. Look at those cuts. That's just crazy. I have to tell Lisa to give her husband and the other developer a big freaking kiss from me. I try to keep these little bits short. We're 35 minutes in. We'll go about 10 more minutes, but I just really wanted to show off the new crafting because I think builders are going to want to play this just as much as adventurers and PvPers. And we haven't even touched all the palisade walls, ballistas, all the different siege for you guys that like to PvP. Because that's going to be a huge part of this game as well. Some of these PvP hosted servers. And you saw how quick I could damage a normal plank wall. So you'd really have to work on your defenses. Now, how PvP works, just to cover that as well, is that totem. So it's kind of a protective radius, a zone. In a siege, they actually have to take that totem out. So you're going to want that central to all of your defenses, because that's what they got to do to actually start destroying your base. Unless, of course, it's someone within your own faction or your alliance, your group. So I guess the moral of that story is don't piss off someone in your guild or in your tribe. You might come back to your server with an empty camp. Wouldn't that be bad? Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Doing pretty good. I'm gonna actually fill out some, let's build some, do some cloth. Make some armor. I want the tough stuff. Let's see. So I need cloth and leather. I'd have to go to the bandit camp. That's not a big deal. That's pretty easy. You know, I'll tell you what. We'll do that next time. Because, take it over there and kill all those bandits. I do have some bandit video. It's in one of the videos where I went over to the bandit camp. It's not too far from where I'm at. I can steal their cows and I just kill them. They've got leather on them as well. Yeah, we're not going to get the nice moonlight we had the night before. So we'll head back down there. All right, how we doing? Let's see. 66 and 43. There you go. Alright. So we should be able to snap our roof in. I think I picked the wrong one. Yeah, I did. Alright, there we go. Let's put that guy in there. I think it's going to line up better that way. Alright, we're going to go this way. Oh, wait, did I just drop that? No. Okay. I was like, am I losing my mind? And they do overlap, see, and that's what makes it nice. So, get our machine gun out. Blow that one out, and then we'll run the other pieces that way. If I can get it to snap in from here. Yeah, it's trying to snap into the other one. Let me see if I can point it back. Yeah, I might have to knock that out. Which, now that resources are so inexpensive, it's not so painful. Alright, let's get the gun back out. Alright. Alright, let's see if it lets us here. There we go. Huh, it didn't line up the way I thought it would there. And I'm out of material. That's pretty good though. Wonder if I take fall damage. Nope. Can hop right out. So I just doubled the size of my house, which is pretty cool. And we just need to put the corner pieces in there. That's gonna look pretty good. I think it might be the difference in the wall type. Might need to build it. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I know I've actually been able to get everything to line up perfectly. You just gotta experiment and you can get a perfect looking structure. A lot of trial and error, but there's a lot of pieces to work with, and with the angling, it makes it even easier. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. It wasn't a long stream. I actually have to work tomorrow, so I'll be streaming more, but again, I'll put the link to the patch notes. I've covered pretty much everything that's been done. The resources being probably the biggest thing people have asked for, and the loot storage, stability, really nice. So hopefully you enjoyed this and you're enjoying the game. If you haven't checked it out, I really encourage you to go check out the game. The devs are super active. I'll put the Discord in there as well in the video, and you guys can hop into Discord, see how active in the community it is, and the responses from the devs. It's phenomenal. So I thank you guys for watching as always, and all you supporters and everybody from the team and the supporters of this game are just fantastic. So thanks everybody, and until the next time, next patch, we'll be right here on this little island. We'll probably do an adventure next, and then we'll do a taming session. I really want to start getting some animals up in the pens up there, so that'll probably be the next video to look for, but I gotta prep for it, kind of plan out my whole game plan. But thanks again for watching, and as always, you guys have a super great day or evening, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.